If we have, we can stop the recording. If there's any question that we have, writing. Manpreet is writing, I'm working as a software engineer from past 4 years, and I'm from Kurukshetra, Haryana, and we are planning to build our own banquet hall. What would be would be more keen in learning about wedding decor? Manpreet, I think it's a good choice, and I will also add to what you're thinking. The minute you have your own banquet space, I understand the opportunities because we have an office in Delhi and we understand the North market very effectively. What we see happening over here is banquet spaces becoming more lavish and the opportunity of venue creation becoming really massive. So, if you are already getting into that business of opening your own banquet hall, it is going to be absolutely necessary for you to be able to learn the tricks of the trade as far as decor is concerned. What we have also seen that having your own banquet space gives a lot of confidence to the client to also approach you to do the decor when they are not doing the work or not doing the function in your banquet space, because they've met you, they've interacted with you, they've seen कि आप इतना बड़ा banquet space चला पाते हो, उसमें ऑटोमेटिकली एक रेफरल मिल जाता है, कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डिंग हो जाती है. And I've seen a lot of my friends who run banquet spaces eventually also get the opportunity to work on destination weddings independent of the banquet space. इसके अलावा great opportunity is building multiple banquet spaces as the business keeps growing, because you learn it one time, it's more regular business. All kinds of events can happen. It runs round the year. It is not seasonal driven. So in that sense, it's a great opportunity, and your intelligence as a software engineer will definitely come handy to you. By doing the decor course, you will learn things in a very different perspective, but your experience and your intellect and your hard work of having studied for software engineering will not go waste. In that sense, it will have an indirect effect as to how you conduct your business and conduct your ethics and ethos of your company. Okay, I'm going to the next question. I have Sneha Gupta. I'm working with my father and from last 3 years in Ludhiana, Punjab. Last year, I shifted to Mumbai for my diploma course in event management from NEMD. And by the side, I'm working as a freelancer with different companies in different departments. But as my main interest in decor designing, I can visualize it, but can't make layout, mood board more professionally. Sneha, without a worry, just have full faith and deep dive into the decor design course that we are offering you at Wedding School. There is no doubt your layouting will get right. We have a specialist who teaches you how to make an overall presentation. There is somebody who will only teach you how to create a mood board. A lot of us have great ideas. We don't know how to translate that idea into a PPT format. We don't know how to use Canva effectively. We don't know how to even verbally express that idea. एक होता है अच्छी सोच, अलग सोच रखना, दूसरा होता है उसको विजुअली दिखाना, और तीसरा होता है जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप उसको नरेट कैसे करते हो. Your storytelling skills, to make and break the pitch, to make the bride believe that, wow, this person understands my vision, or this person's vision is even better than what I was imagining my wedding to look like. उसके लिए certain kind of communication skills, certain professional jargons, certain know-how is very important. And all of this gets covered in our decor design course. I have had the biggest of companies reach out to us for talent. I have seen them hiring them. I've seen them successfully, my students working with such companies. Decor design as a profession is very new. So I cannot claim that any of my student has started her own design firm yet, because the course was introduced 3 years back. So I feel it's going to be another 2 years before I have stories of entrepreneurs who are designers to share with you. But definitely, it is a very, very effective learning, practical learning, implementable learning that you will get through our course. If there's any question, you can please feel free to unmute or write on the chat. I'm going on until then to Anu. Hi, Anu. I have done applied arts from Sophia's. After that, I have done video editing course. Then I've done the job in client servicing executive in an animation studio. Also, the head of the creative department. Interesting, my God. And even I'm interested in wedding planning and decor as well, but confused where to go. Looking at your background, just looking at your background, the first thing that definitely strikes to me as something that you will naturally be good at, which has got to do with decor design, simply because you have actually studied apply arts, you've gone tried your hand at video editing, you've tried working at an animation studio. So the visual storytelling medium is known to you, and this will just become an added strength when you choose to actually do the decor design course. So that, Anu, becomes my first reaction. I will not conclude myself over here. You will need to be able to evaluate this, and I really request you to check my reel, which I posted this morning itself. It's on my Insta handle, Marisha Parekh. It's also on the Wedding School Insta. Um, this will help you know that a wedding planner is somebody who enjoys multitasking. 10 चीजें एक साथ करनी है. Then, and all 10 things are not related to one aspect, huh? Right from the bride's outfit, reaching her on time, to reaching out to the mother to know what are the rituals they want to follow, to reaching out to the father for budgeting, to reaching out to the brother who wants to surprise his sister. And this is only one side of the family के 4 members. इसके अलावा रीचिंग आउट टू अ वेंडर, रीचिंग आउट टू अ कोरियोग्राफर, ये सारी चीजें एक दिन में करनी पड़ती है कंसिस्टेंटली for 6 months, 9 months that you're planning a wedding. So if you enjoy this, if you love talking, like how I'm able to talk so much, if you enjoy talking, if you like to be in charge, you are assertive, you have a certain leadership trait, आपको मौका नहीं मिला होगा, but you know that you have an opinion on things, you can manage things, then only you go for wedding decor, wedding planning course. But if you're creatively inclined, which looks like your resume is showing me that, and you're happy to be looking after one aspect, which is not a small thing, decor plays a very important role in the success of a wedding, then, but you don't want to get into too much of people management. You will still manage a florist, a technical team, your labor, your office politics. वहां तक आपको manage करना है, but you don't have to daily get into operational hazard. Then, Anu, go for the decor design, so you're able to put your love for creative storytelling to further use. That's my suggestion. I hope it's helped you get a clarity as to what kind of a person should be taking up what course. If there's something else, Anu, you wish to ask, then feel free to unmute or put in the chat box.
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Pleasure. Harshita has added to her point. She's writing that I'm from the decor alchemy from Hyderabad. I'm into decor already. So I'm so sorry, but decor alchemy, is that a name of a company? Harshita? Okay. You're on mute. Harshita's
Yes, could
another.
you just repeat what you said? Actually, I was out of network. I couldn't.
No, I was just asking you if decor alchemy that you mentioned, is that a decor company? You're on mute.
Hello. Yes,
Hi.
ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
Yes. Am I audible now?
Yes, very
Yes.
much,
So
very
I
much.
have started this company called Decor Alchemy, ma'am. Yes. So I've been doing this single-handed. I have few vendors and all, but there are problems which I am facing, and I want to, learn more about it and get. I'm seeing somewhere else, just 2 years ahead. I want to see somewhere else
I'm sure.
myself. So that way, I just wanted to join the course. So these are the questions which I wanted to ask. Can these things also be taught to us in detail?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
course
So
we choose.
I will just read out the second part so that everyone knows what we are discussing. Harshita has added to it that will the class cover flowers? We choose quantity, number of workers would be required on work. How do we make an estimate for the client and how do we present it? So Harshita, I'm very excited to tell you every single point that you have raised, and you've been able to raise it identified purely because you've started your own venture, so you know exactly the kind of questions for which you may not have 100% clarity. All of this is covered by default in the decor design course. Some of this is also covered in the wedding planning course, because we believe that a wedding planner cannot work in isolation and always requires a certain amount of understanding of what the decor companies are discussing with the client, or sometimes the planner is approaching the decor company. Sometimes a planner is approaching a florist directly because the bride has asked for a specific company. So all of this is in fact taught in the wedding planning course, especially with regards to florals. With regards to the number of people required, labor required, mid-level required, all that is definitely taught into the decor design course. Of course, making an estimate, which is shown to both a wedding planning student as well as decor design. Wedding planner is taught how to make an overall wedding ka estimate cost sheet, and decor design is obviously only focused towards the things related to decor. And how do you present 100%? You're taught that first you will be taught how to make a mood board, and then you will be taught two more things, not just how to make a great presentation by having your thoughts but putting it out there. How to convert your thought into an effective AI presentation is something that we have introduced from this year. How to convert a presentation into an element sheet, into Excel, against which you will have the cost, that is also taught as a part of the course. And you will have, the best from the industry teaching you, Harshita. So you, in fact, because you're already in a way just started into this industry, you will actually understand and relate to a lot of things, and you will get answers to many more questions that you may have had, and you can't imagine that okay, this also is something that can be looked into. So you will be surprised with the kind of learnings you will get from the faculty. Okay, I'm going to say hi to Parita. Parita is from Mumbai. I started designing small home events from last 2 years. Have also done floral designing course sometime back. Now I want to grow by learning more for weddings. Really confused which one should I opt for. Wedding industry, I'm assuming you mean wedding planning or design and decor. Can you guide? Parita, I would love to know your age to begin with, if you're okay to tell me, because I think that also will matter, because Mumbai is different. What I tell somebody sitting in Hyderabad, sitting in Kurukshetra, sitting in Delhi is very different from what I can advise somebody from Mumbai. We have our own restrictions and limitations in
Yeah.
terms of venues to begin with.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. So I'm 36-year-old, and so, ma'am, I'm doing. I also have my own venture named Dream Decor. So
Hmm.
I'm doing this from last like almost 2 years now, and I do mostly many home events like घर में कोई शादी का like haldi hai, or some ganpatis. I have done many ganpati events also. So,
Hmm.
ma'am, I'm very confused now. It's like right now, should I go for wedding planning or should I go for design? Whereas I love designing and decor, because whenever there is home events, there is more of just designing, right? There's nothing of, ज़्यादा planning नहीं होता, except, you design a good backdrop or you design a good space around. So I
Hmm.
wanted to know which is better.
Sure, sure. Paita, if I may know, are you married or
Yeah, ma'am, I'm married. Yeah.
okay? And do you have family?
No, I don't have kids. I just got married like some time back. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And overall family responsibilities are manageable with
Yeah,
work.
yeah, ma'am. Absolutely manageable. Not a problem. It's just me and my husband who stay. So there's nothing,
Hmm.
anything else, I have to look beyond. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So here's how, Parita, you need to take a decision. It's simple. As a wedding planner, there is more scope in a city like Mumbai for you to grow in terms of what you are making as money today compared to many other cities where by default the number of venues available, the space and strength to grow. Mumbai clients are very cautious players. वो बहुत सोच के खर्चा करते हैं, वो खुद ही आधी चीजें ढूंढने निकल जाते हैं. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now? That will decide what you do. So it's a good confusion to have in your case. I'll tell you why. Because looking at the age bracket you fall in, you might or might not decide to, have kids. That's not going to affect your decision between the two courses. The fact that you are independently living with your husband, so you don't have any existing responsibilities in terms of family to manage, that gives you a lot more scope and space to actually take up professional wedding planning. So I would want you to evaluate it, and I'm happy to do another call with you sometime later in the coming week. Once you've evaluated your situation and tried to pen down what is your 5 year agenda. Do you want to, and do you see yourself becoming somebody who is independent financially? And is that the reason, the financial reason will become your criteria? Okay, not talking about the passion we all have, but talking purely that are you, hey, I'm interested in making myself financially independent, that I'm able to take care of my own expenses, that that kind of revenue is good enough for me? Or am I looking at, no, I want to become somebody known in this industry and I want to make my mark and I want the world to know who I am? These kind of criterias will help you decide, because you're in a very different stage and age bracket. So at 36, your aspirations need wings, and this is like a final chance. Yeah, I am not trying to scare you, but I'm just being very realistic that this is the best time for you. From 36 to 40, what you make is what you will enjoy from 40 to 70 or 40 to 60, So try to pen this down, and happy to do a separate call with you through Ritu or Deepika, whoever is in touch with you, so that we're able to have a more frank discussion, and that will help you take a call on which of the two courses. And in that, I would also like to see the work you have done. So if it's possible for you to send some of that to the academic counselor whom you are in touch with.
Sure, ma'am. Yes.
Hmm?
I will definitely get through you by a call. And ma'am,
Yes.
I'm very clear with it, with that I want, like, if I do this course, I want, I can work like 2-3 months with some other company, and I'm very clear about it. But finally, I want to do something of my own. I want to, build my own company. So I'm
Hmm.
very clear to that, but I don't want to work under someone, because right now, I cannot work as it is. I'm doing alone. I've started my own venture also alone.
Hmm.
I have vendors and all, but I have my own. I have done it all alone. So I don't want to work under someone. I'm very clear with that, and I would really, want to, create something of my own or build something of my own. So I'm very clear with that, man.
Hmm. Hmm. No, that is good. I was not doubting that, as much as I'm trying to wanting to understand from you, which I'd like to
Yeah, yeah.
probably take offline, which is what
Sure,
I
sure,
want
ma'am.
you to think about is
Yeah.
financial independence of X,
Mm-hmm.
or want to outgrow and make your mark as a name in the industry. The
Okay.
ambition level and the financial gain that you want, how much you are making right now, these should be our talking
Sure,
points.
ma'am. Yeah, 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 yeah.
when
Sure,
we
ma'am. I'll definitely evaluate through this, and I will, we'll talk next week or any day.
any day, weekdays is fine. Monday,
Yeah,
Tuesday,
sure,
as
sure.
per your comfort.
Sure, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks, Parita. Okay, Ishita is writing, I'm a third year Bachelor of Design student specializing in space design. I'm interested in how spatial experience can be applied in weddings. Ishita, it's great to know that you are already studying something that is very relevant and absolutely mandatory in our industry, which is space designing, which is just becoming bigger. I have seen um, a lot of our seniors who are the biggest designers as far as decor spaces is concerned are those who studied at NID. So I am seeing what an advantage they have because they have studied this from the base. And I see they have a very different perspective and vision on spaces. They don't look at it in a conventional way. Their layouts itself shows the difference. So it's a great space, but that is one kind of learning. What becomes equally important is realistic timelines under which all decor companies need to work. There are back to back weddings happening in these destinations, तो बहुत कुछ होता है. Timeline being critical, weather being critical, wind factor which plays its own role. So how and what should be your fabrication process, and what is the kind of material that you end up using, ये सब बहुत important हो जाता है. And what you are learning can also result in permanent architecture work, whereas what we do is dismantled faster than it took to set it up, because we have to vacate the space for somebody else. So in that sense, it's a lot of different and new learning. But what you're doing right now is going to be a huge advantage for you, should you design to enroll with us. Abhishek is here. Hi, I'm from Hyderabad and looking for a career change. I'm 30 years old. I'm very passionate about events. As I used to organize events during my college days without any experience, now I want to pursue this as a career. Do you think it's right age to get into the start from basics and eventually establish? Yes, Abhishek, if I'm not mistaken, we probably interacted yesterday on my Insta live as well. Mm. So absolutely, 30 is not a big number. If I'm telling Parita so confidently that she's at her prime, that is only to do with the fact that those who want to start their own ventures, age is a different experience by itself. Even if it's not experience on in this industry, even if you're a homemaker say better multitasker koi nahi hai, you know. Similarly, we've had students who have been engineers, architects, have been running their own family business, which was into plastic, and they had the kida of wanting to do weddings. So we have had a wide range. 30 is not a big number. 30 is definitely not late. Uh, Hyderabad is a great city to be in terms of the scale of weddings that are happening there. Where you will face an issue, Abhishek, which I would like to bring to your notice, it's a temporary phase. I would only recommend that you just warm up to it. And what is this I'm talking about? At 30, in your career profession, I am sure that in your current job, you are getting an X salary. Obviously, our industry will welcome you with open arms, especially if you've studied with the wedding school. I can confidently tell you, even without knowing you, that I can get you an internship placement with the best company of Hyderabad. And there also, I'll give you a choice, one that specializes in weddings, one that specializes in decor. The challenge will come after the internship when the salary that they will offer you will be somewhere closer to the fresher category of weddings. And it will not match perhaps what you're making now. I'm assuming you're doing really well considering you're 30, assuming you started working at 23, 24. Uh, People like me started working when we were 16. So some have different stories to share. But assuming that that salary cannot be matched, you need to be patient. You need to be ready to take a little bit of a hit on that, only to know that when you take two steps back, when you are sprinting, you're able to run with that much force, four steps ahead and faster. So understanding this reality will not shock you. And I'm not here for enrolling out of greed that you take up this admission without knowing the reality, because I wish well for you and for everyone else. For me, it's more important that you take a decision knowing that it is going to hit you in a certain way, reduce the salary you're getting, but assuring you, if you really have the mettle, you really are ready to work hard. And I mean, standing on your feet for more than 12 hours, more than 14 hours in season time, then sky's the limit as far as finances are concerned. Eventually, if you want to start your own business, 100% you will need to study with us to be able to even understand the end journey tak kaise pahunchna hai. It's not just two steps, it's about the 20 steps, how, which direction you must be taking this. So very, very, very critical, Abhishek, for you to just make that choice. How do you make the choice? Very simple. If you're financially well off, if you don't have people dependent on your salary to run the house, it's a much easier situation for you. You take a hit. um, and I have also noticed this one unfortunate thing, that Hyderabad as a market is not as open as Mumbai and Ahmedabad and Delhi. What I mean by open is we are very happy to hire those who have entrepreneurial dreams. We don't get intimidated. We are okay कि एक साल के बाद आप चले गए, 2 साल के बाद आपने छोड़ दिया, आप हमसे सीख के आगे निकल गए. Hyderabad, Chennai are still growing markets. Some are those who don't tell us that, okay, I have an entrepreneurial dream. Some are very candid, who speak about it in their first interview. So you have to tread your path very carefully and be very patient. It might be that you might end up starting your own company not before the age of 34, 35. So till then you'll be working with someone, for someone. So you need to be comfortable with that. Then you should make the switch. Don't wait any longer. And if you need one-on-one counseling to discuss on personal goals, financial goals, your background, again, please feel free to reach out to Ritu or Deepika, and I'll be happy to connect on a call. uh, we end up doing a lot of one-on-one calls because sometimes the situations, especially as you get older, there are a lot of considerations. It's not just कि मैंने बोल दिया and you took a decision. So it's always nice to keep discussing it till you are able to take the right decision. So happy to help you again on that, Abhishek.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, pleasure. Great. I think with that, I will conclude the Q&A round. And please do feel free to make a call to Ritu or Deepika without hesitation. And I'm sure this has given clarity, and a lot more clear thinking is going to happen over the weekend. And happy to help you in any other way through the week as well. So thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend ahead.